Today, let's go over an update for the Solo A Star Wars Story box office results for opening weekend. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, the Han Solo film debuted on Thursday night, May 24th, and on its opening day on May 25th, and so on and so forth. Now, looking at Han Solo as a film, we do know that it's set 10 years before the events of A New Hope, and Ron Howard directed the movie. And these past couple of days, we have been going over all of the different box office results. It's really been underperforming according to Business Insider, which, by the way, the full story will be linked below in the description. And according to Business Insider, Solo bombs at the box office, taking in only $83 million over the weekend and $101 million by Memorial Day, domestically speaking. Now, in comparison to Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, in just 3 days' time, it got $155 million, and apparently, for 4 days' time for Solo A Star Wars Story, it is now projected that it will only max out at $101 million. Now, given the fact that Disney spent in or around $500 million on this movie, from not only the original production of the film, but also reshoots, marketing, toys, etc., a lot of money went into this movie. And it's going to be interesting for sure to see if everything is going to be able to even out to the point where they would actually make money off of this film, or they would actually lose money. Now, looking at Solo A Star Wars Story, a lot of people would debate that it did in fact come out alongside with Deadpool 2, which was going up against it. Also, I think a big factor is the boycott. Now, I know a lot of people, after The Last Jedi backlash, refused to go ahead and see Solo A Star Wars Story based on a lot of the decisions by both Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson and what they did with The Last Jedi and such, that whole entire debacle. And looking at the Solo film, which, by the way, I did see, I will say it's a good movie, just not a great film. And when I went into my movie theater, there was almost like nobody in there. It was pretty empty. I would say it was maybe, I don't know, a little over 50% full. There wasn't a lot of people in there, and looking at, all the past Star Wars films that I have gone into within the Disney era, Rogue One, The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi were all completely sold out, even on Thursday night. Now, mind you, I did go on Thursday night, the pre-opening night. Now, when I went in there, there was not a lot of people in there. Same goes for a lot of people on that exact night as well. Same thing goes for Friday and Saturday, and even today on Sunday. A lot of people are saying the same exact thing, that a lot of people weren't in this movie. The other factor that could be playing into this is that a lot of people are saying that they expected to see this happen, that this movie would make the less of all the Star Wars movies under Disney, because it actually is a Han Solo movie. It moves away from the war and spiritual side of things, like the whole Jedi and Sith aspect. And looking at the Solo A Star Wars Story movie, it's going to be interesting for sure once Monday runs by. It's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly how accurate those projections really are. As of right now, like I say, Business Insider is reporting that it's going to max out at $101 million after Memorial Day. So, looking at Rogue One, in just 3 days' time, it got $155 million, and Solo, apparently in 4 days' time, will only get $101 million. So, to me, I think that the factors that I just discussed definitely have a big reason to do with the reason as to why the box office is flying low, as Business Insider has stated. So, looking at the Han Solo film, it's going to be interesting to show exactly what does this mean for Disney? What does this mean for future anthology films? Could this very well change the future, or could this make them, improve themselves? And I hope that it doesn't necessarily hurt the franchise. I hope that the franchise just keeps on getting better and better. But looking at all the anthology films that are currently in the works as of right now, we do know that a Kenobi movie's in the works, as well as a Boba Fett film by James Mangold. what's going to happen to those anthology films? Will they stay in production, or will Disney change their mind based on the box office results of Solo: A Star Wars Story? But once again, guys, we'll have to wait and see as the weeks roll by exactly how much money it makes overall. As of right now, worldwide, I believe it's at $145 million. So as long as they, make money off of it, they did spend a lot of money on this movie, the big budget, $500 million or so on this film from all the reshoots and the marketing, etc. So what do you guys have to say about this? Do you agree or disagree that Solo bombed at the box office? According to Business Insider, that by Memorial Day, it will only be maxed out at 101 million, domestically speaking, of course. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.